The event, which gathered the school senior management, lecturers, and new students, was an important opportunity to introduce the institution's academic regulations, discipline, and cultural ethics to new academic intakes. The Deputy Director and Head of Academics, Mrs. Fatu A. Barry, said the MDI as a higher learning institution does not only focus on academic discipline, but also sets standard for high moral values in students.
At MDI, we're not only focused on the academics. We try as much as possible to also give the right values to our students so that when they graduate, they would not only be focused on the performances, but also having those right values to be able to contribute towards the socio-economic development of this country. I personally believe that education does not just go by the paper qualification. You must have the right values. And the values, key and very important, comes from the homes, the various homes we come from. Of course, educational institutions are also very responsible and should be ready to nurture and build those values.
The petition for the school facilities manager, Yaya Saho, urged the new students to take great care of the campus facilities and ensure a comfortable learning atmosphere for all.
We therefore implore on all of you, as you come in, by the way, congratulations on your admission, but as you come into MDI, there's a culture we have here, and the culture is to keep the environment clean. It's a responsibility for both staff and for students. So we expect you to help us maintain this environment the way it is, maintaining it the way it is. That is to keep it clean. Now, in addition to the general environment that you're seeing, of course, a very beautiful scenery, we also have classrooms where we have placed dustbins. So we do not expect to see you littering on the grounds when there is a dustbin.
The president of the Students' Union, Ibrahim Achun, advised students to take advantage of the institution's extracurricular activities, which he described as an additional opportunity to network and share learning experiences.
In MDI here, we encourage a sense of community, a sense of belongingness, but a sense of being a family. So when you come here, when I look at you, I see you as those people who will contribute towards making this place better than you found it. I don't expect you to just come, attend your lectures and go home. I expect you to come and meaningfully participate, bring in your expertise and experience to ensure that MDI is not just the only civil service college in the Gambia, but is the most vibrant existing tertiary institution in the Gambia. And you can do that. And that is something that you can participate in doing so.
Since its establishment in 1982 by an Act of Parliament, the Management Development Institute has provided management training, consultancy and research focused on public-private needs, building expertise for institutional capacity in the country for the past 42 years. Ibrahim Jallo, GRTS News.
They operate on a free of charge basis, anchored on fair play, integrity, and ending administrative malpractices in the public service. A team of Ombudsman officials led by Usman Nyang held engagements in many communities across the North Bank region. A meeting in Kuntaya brought together a cross-section of the society. By its administrative mandate, the Ombudsman only investigates and mediates in public affairs. Usman Nyang said efforts are on the way to bring the private sector on board.
If we can get the private sector and then we get the public sector, it will help, because many people are running private institutions and we have no hand in them, and they do injustice to their workers. Sometimes you engage somebody, work, and he will work for you to a certain time, and then you just say dahanala. You cannot send somebody out like that.
Juma Kamara, head of communications, disclosed that such activities are part of the general objective of reaching out to all Gambians.
Unnecessary delay constitutes maladministration. It's an example of maladministration, something that needs to be handled within a month. It has taken a year, more than that, and you have not handled it. And sometimes there will be good reasons for the delay, and sometimes there is no good reason for the delay. It's just that some people have to shirk their responsibility, and they are not working, they are not doing what they are supposed to do. In that case, within that context, that is the only time that we will be able to formally involve in that matter. Not directly, but indirectly, to ensure that that particular institution does its job.
The meetings continued in the Upper Nuimi in the community of Bakalar. Under a relaxed atmosphere, the officials heard from the people some of the most sensitive cases. Lamin Sar, a resident of Bakalar, was a victim of administrative abuse.
Ombudsman ntenga kalamutala since 2012.
I was working as a civil servant. Then I had a problem. But when I filed my complaint to the Ombudsman, I was able to get my rights back.
Ala tentu ya nga ala tentu bite niya jembelo renjang mbediam la is because of Ombudsman.
Timely reporting was what helped Lamin to win his case. Babukar B.I. Toure, the Ombudsman officer in the North Bank, encouraged all to make best use of their presence in the region.
In most cases, when complainants call us, we don't wait for them to come. We always fail our vehicle and try to locate them where they are, because we know that as vulnerable, sometimes it's very difficult for them, some of them, to pay fares to get to where we are. So to help them, or to ease the burden on them, we fail our vehicle and then fly to where they are, locate them, get their document that need photocopy it again, and take the burden again to give it back to them again for where they live. So from there, we conduct the necessary investigation that is to be conducted.
The outreach continues to all the regions. Reporting for the news, I am Famara, Kanyi.